What's up, YouTube? It's been a quick minute since I've done any type of RC videos. And today I wanted to go over my SCX10 that I built from basically the frame up. And yeah, I mentioned this in my other Red Cat video that I was going to do a little video on what I've done to this. So yeah, as you can see, this is just the plain SCX10. I know right away most of you might not agree with the color scheme, but I also didn't at the time. I literally just went to the hobby store and bought a couple colors that I thought would blend well. As you can see, obviously it was my first time painting and I didn't really take my time. This build I tried to do as cheap as possible because I was just getting into the RC, I guess, scene, and I wanted to see if I could create something cheaper than going and buying like a ready-to-run vehicle. And doing so, I did that. So yeah, as you can see, it's got the Wrangler 4-door body on here. I tried to cut this and maybe convert it into a Gladiator, but I decided not to. As far as the top goes and the body, just got some stickers. I drilled my own body mounts, as you can tell how terrible it looks. I've got a generic roof rack with a light bar. The light bar is Proline. Roof rack is just a generic one off of Amazon, as well as the roof rack with the cargo stuff. You can see WEI and BJM. You can find those. It's anytime you look up scale accessories on Amazon, you can see them. But yeah, overall, I really like this, the look of this Jeep, and for being as cheap as it was, it's been awesome so far. I've never had any issues. So that being said, the tires that I've been running are some Super Swampers, rock tire. I'm pretty sure I got these off of Amazon as well. Like I said, most things came off of there. I didn't really do a whole lot of research with what I wanted on this, so I literally just put a bunch of parts together. These bumpers are also from Amazon. I can't remember if they're Injora or from like Anify or something like that. Just one of the common RC companies that you can see all over the place. So it's CNC metal, really sturdy. I carry this around, I carry the RC around with this. Very nice, heavy, durable. Doesn't impact the frame, anything like that. On the rear, as you can see, I've got the rear tire on there. I'm just carrying around the, let's see, what is that? Falcon Wild Peak. I'm not sure which RC this is off of mine, but I have a few spares laying around from a couple friends. They helped me out. As you can see, it goes away. I wanted to add some more scale looking stuff on this, but I just haven't got around to it yet. I've been messing with the 118 things. As you can see, I've got a antenna also off of Amazon. Really cool feature. Kind of wanted to go with like a Desert Raider look with it. Obviously minus the paint scheme, but yeah. Then we got the lug nuts, just typical blue generic, whatever, you know. So go ahead, take this off. Set that to the side. And yeah, so here's the internals. Like I said, I literally wanted to go as cheap as possible. So at the time, which I still do, I have the Red Cat Gen 8, and I had an issue with the receiver on that. So what I did was I took the ESC off of it and the receiver. I put the ESC on this, got a new receiver, and I really like the setup for the Red Cat. So I went ahead and did everything the same as the Red Cat. And on Amazon for the receiver, ESC, it's only about 35 bucks or so, maybe even 40 now. So I have that. I don't have the waterproof kit on this. Well, I do have the waterproof box. As you can see, it's really dirty. It's been raining the past few days, so I haven't done much to clean these because of how dirty it is, but like wet outside, I mean. But yeah, so I have the ESC from Red Cat. Also the receiver, which is in the box. And then I've just got the 20 kg digital servo, also off of Amazon. Not very expensive. I've just got the common axial motor. Let's see which one. This is just the 55 turn, so nothing serious. I need to replace it with something that gives it a little bit more torque and power. It seems to be the only thing that's lacking on this. And I've got a Gens, I'm not entirely sure, Gens Ace battery. I think it's just the same as what the original battery comes in these, so nothing too serious. Wanted to keep it as close to stock as possible. The shocks, these are also off of Amazon. They're kind of like a King's, like the King off-road shocks replica with the blue, but again, nothing different than stock. They are oiled, so that's nice. Get a little bit of flex and movement in them. And yeah, and then we'll go underneath. This is probably the most expensive part on here are the axles. So these are QE-T off of Amazon. I think they were about 80 bucks when I bought them. Might be about the same now. And then as far as like the steering and suspension links go, and also the drive shaft, I went with the Hot Racing links and drive shafts. And let me tell you, they've done a difference. I originally had some really cheap, probably like $10 drive shaft on here. And the minute I took off, the pins that kind of hold this together down here at this end would always fly out. I guess the speed would just throw the pins out, and it would essentially go from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive or no wheel drive. So I got tired of it and did upgrade that. But in a nutshell, this is my cheap starter RC car, SCX10, the original frame, not the SCX10 2 or 3, but like I said, I wanted this to be my first build and something to learn off of, and I think I've done a decent job with this being my first RC car. So let me know what you guys think. Thinking about doing a little bit more to this, but I'm not entirely sure. I would like to continue building some more RC stuff. So if you haven't checked out my Red Cat, you can go ahead and do that below in some of my videos. And then I'm getting into the 1/18 scale RC cars. So yeah, just hanging out, messing with RC cars and things like that. So let me know what y'all think. See ya.